Hello everybody, this is Andy Pilc and it's day 27 of our astronomy unit. In today's lesson you're going to be learning about binary stars by doing some independent research. So I'm going to be taking a little bit of time in this video to talk about finding good sources and just kind of go over a couple sources that you might want to use when collecting information on binary stars. So first off, of course, we have some videos just to give you some foundational knowledge. So take a pause and watch that first, and then when you're ready for the independent work, we're going to jump into filling out either this graphic organizer or maybe your teacher has something that they would like you to fill out, and that's okay too. Still all the same processes of finding good sources. So one we have is right here, which is Novel New York, which is the New York Online Virtual Electronic Library. I think if something is online, it has to be electronic, and therefore it would be virtual, but I get that they want to use the word novel because it's books. Ha, it's a good pun. But if you go a little bit further down, you'll find some databases that we have access to. So Opposing Viewpoints is probably going to be the one where you find the most like high school leveled articles. But if you're looking for something a little bit easier, of course, they do have like the middle school leveled one. I would probably stay away from the elementary school one. There's also another one down here on news and newspapers, which I kind of like. So if I wanted to search for binary stars, we can see what comes up. And then you can also sort and filter your results by maybe looking at the publication date. So maybe I only want to find things from the past 2 years, and that can help me narrow down my result of what article I want to read. You are not limited to the Novel New York database, so I just want to kind of go over a couple resources that you can use either for today's search on information on binary stars, or throughout the rest of the week, you're also going to be doing a couple more activities where you're doing some independent research. So we'll just kind of go over a couple tips for that too. So first off, you can do a regular Google search and kind of mess around with the tools and the settings to find something that's recent and relevant. If your teacher is looking for you to use something a little bit more academic based, then you can go to Google Scholar, which is going to search academic articles and peer-reviewed articles. So definitely higher level texts that you're going to find in Google Scholar. If you're just looking for a regular basic Google search, you can also search for any government website. One of the best being NASA, nasa.org. So they have this little search in the top right, and you can find information on binary stars. I would look for like either their features on their website, or if you click more, their press releases, and that will actually find or give you like an article that you can kind of read and something that was meant for the public to consume. I also think Science News for Students is a great resource. So you can search binary stars, and again, you can tailor your research results to something that's like a little bit more recent, a little bit more relevant. National Geographic is really great. One thing to watch out for with National Geographic is they do have paywalls, meaning if you want to read an article, you either need to be signed up for their email list or you need to be a subscriber. So one way that you can get around this, if you're on Google Chrome, sorry, I have my Honey tab trying to save me some money, is you can open up an incognito window, and sometimes copying and pasting the URL into an incognito window will prevent that pop-up from coming up, which would prevent you from getting through the entire article. I think earthsky.org is a really reliable source for finding anything on astronomy, any information on astronomy. So some good stuff here. Something that you're probably more familiar with in school is News ELA. So you can go on their website and do a search of articles that were adjusted usually by the News ELA staff to make them more readable for students, either by simplifying the vocabulary or adding some pictures. NPR also has some pretty good information on space topics and science topics. And lastly, I did find that BBC, British Broadcasting Company, does have a science section. So if you go to bbc.com and check out their science page, you can find some good information on binary stars and pulsars and quasars and neutrinos and the other things that you're going to be looking at this week. So remember, as you're reading, be sure to, oops, that's one of the other day's lessons. Be sure to collect all of your information in this graphic organizer. Be sure to list your sources, so that way if anyone calls your bluff or has a question about some of the things that you claimed, you know where you got the information from, and you can prove to them that you used a reliable source to convey that information. I hope that was helpful. Good luck in your searching, and I will see you folks next time. Have a nice day.